Welcome guys to a brand new video on Wuthering Waves. So last time I was taking a look at the best support character in the game. So I do recommend you guys go ahead and check out that video so that you guys can get a better understanding of why you need to get this character. And that character of course was Zashi over here. Now in today's video, what we want to do is take a look at the top 3 best DPSs. Now I do believe we have a lot of really good DPSs in this game, and I really want to congratulate Wuthering Waves or Kuro Games for actually having a good power creep, if that makes sense. Not really a power creep, because power creep isn't really necessarily in the game right now. We have good characters. There isn't characters that, you know, oh, this character is infinitely better. So even though in this video I'm going to be taking a look at the top 3 best DPSs, I think what you need to focus on is the type of playstyle they have rather than the damage, because the damage is pretty much comparable. You know, it's like, okay, all 3 of them are absolutely good at dealing damage, to just do it slightly different or do it a bit differently, and that's what you need to pay attention to, because that can make you decide, okay, I want to get this character because I enjoy the playstyle a little bit more, or the playstyle is a little bit more easier, or the team right now is just easier for that character. So let's go ahead and take a look at the top 3 best character in the game, even though Kuro Games has done a fantastic job as including DPSs in this game and making them actually all good and relative to each other. And I hope Kuro Games continue to do the same thing for future DPSs. They might be 5% better or 10% better, but not outright destroy the previous characters. And I like the fact they've done that so far, and I'm hoping they do that continuously. So the top 3 DPSs coming in. And okay, of course this preference is going to be the list is going to be based on my preference as well. I also evaluate the play style, and then the ones that are number 1 in my opinion, I just enjoy the play style a little bit more as well. It's a really difficult list to make, guys, because all 3 of these characters, they hit hard. They absolutely hit hard. So number 3, I had to go with Camellia. It's actually weird to put Camellia on number 3, because again, Camellia hits like a truck. She hits like so hard, and again, I put her at number 3, but also she can be at number 1. Like all 3 of this character can also basically be number 1 as well, just based on your preference and based on how you evaluate the character. Now the reason why I put Camellia at number 3 is simply because her playstyle is something that I don't vibe with as much compared to the other 2 characters. Now Camellia hits like a truck. She does good amount of damage, and in fact in the overworld she's just really good. Okay, let me switch over my teams right now so I can show you guys how it works. So my Camellia team, and I think it's this is the best Camellia team. Now we are getting Russia, is another new character supposedly going to be helping out Camellia deal damage, but I don't think you necessarily need to pull Russia, because character like Sanher over here is just really good and helps with, you know, concerted regeneration. The rotation with her is extremely fast as well, which makes you like be able to use Camellia a lot more often. Now again, Camellia hits like a truck and her damage is good. She has a really unique playstyle, which pretty much you want to go into her second form, which is this, where she is basically in a vine. Now as she is in a vine, it's a little bit more harder to move around, except like doing this, like that's it, which makes it a little bit harder when it comes to you know, making sure you don't get hit, because you want to do this and you basically want to do this. But sometimes when she's in this third form, and you want to of course just stay in this third form for a long time, but the enemy then starts attacking, and then you basically have to dodge out the way. So I feel like when I play with this character, I know how to deal damage with her, but because of her playstyle, it makes it slightly easier to knock her out, especially from here. And then it's just really annoying, because then you have to reposition and then do this. Now of course, if you're really good at dodging, you will dodge at the right time, do this, dodge at the right time, like do this properly. But again, it's something I don't necessarily like doing, and her playstyle is pretty much spin to win, you know. And then she also has like a nuking ability, which I freaking love. Like if you have good crit rate on this character and crit damage, she nukes insanely well. She actually is a crazy DPS. I want to put her at number 1 or number 2. Again, it's just a playstyle. The playstyle is something I don't drive well with, but she's actually crazy good. So that is Camellia in my opinion. Showed you guys the team. I could show you guys how to use her in the rotation. Let's switch maps to black. To Renesita. I'll show you guys the playstyle real quickly. before we move on. If you guys didn't summon for Camellia, I do feel like you kind of missed out, honestly, because she's definitely a character that I think everyone should get, just because she just hits so hard and her team is really, really good. Now, because I'm going to be doing this, I do apologize if you can hear me like press my mouse. Okay, we're going to use this next. Again, with Sunher, it makes rotations like very easy. Okay, there we go. Use the alt, use this, charge. I kind of missed. Oh, why didn't it work? What? Okay, I kind of messed up the first rotation, but look at this. And then bam. Okay, the damage and the buffing wasn't really the best right now, which made it a little bit harder for her to deal damage, but I just love using her. And she actually currently has a better echo. So right now, this is not even the best build for her. She has a better echo to use, which is the new Nightmare Crownless. So I do recommend you guys farming that. But yeah, that rotation was absolutely horrible. But I love using her because, like, in the overworld, she is honestly one of the best characters to use for overworld. Literally, she is the best character for overworld. I would always run her in the overworld team compared to the other, well, one of the other characters in this video. So that is coming in at number 3. We have Camellia. Bam, love her. Anyways, coming in at number 2. Before, I would have put this character at number 1, but it's just the new character we got. It's just, in my opinion, I just love that character more. But coming in at number 2, I've got to give it to Jinshi. Now, Jinshi was honestly my number 1 pick for like main DPSs. I can't lie, she just hit like a truck. I love her playstyle. Her game mode, oh, not game mode, her playstyle was so easy that it was like, for me, when I really suck at doing team rotations, it's just really good. It's just really easy to use her, and that's why I freaking love using her. And Jinshi is, in my opinion, a absolutely broken nuker. Her playstyle is completely different to Camellia, where Camellia does great amount of damage over time, not over time, just continuously, whereas with Jinshi, it's just one massive nuke, and then you prepare with your other teams, your other teammates, and then you swap back into Jinshi, and then you use the nuke again. So it's one nuke, switch over to your teammates, build up the nuke, and then nuke again, bam, 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 bam. It's a different playstyle to Camellia and the other character I want to mention, but Jinshi still hits very, very well. The only massive issue with Jinshi, and I feel like many people will be like, nah, Jinshi shouldn't be at number 3, is the fact that if you do not crit, she sucks. If you do not crit with this character, it's like an instant restart, because critting is so important, especially since she's a nuker with one ability. She nukes with one ability. You want to make sure that one nuke actually hits with the crit rate, so that you can get increased damage with the crit damage, and then the damage is absurdly good. Now, I actually saw a post on Reddit. Someone had 90% crit rate, 95% crit rate. 2 times in a row, that person did not crit. And that was like, yo, that's actually crazy. Again, I think that's the massive disappointment. One of the disadvantages of Jinshi. If you do not crit, it's just an instant, what the hell is this? And then you have to restart the match all over again. But if you crit, that damage is insane. But again, I evaluate my characters based on playstyle and how easy it is to use them. Jinshi is super easy. Now, before they messed up the TOA, the Tower of Adversity, oh, I still need to do this. The middle stage, I would always use Jinshi because I knew I could clear it 3 stars for both of the stages easily with Jinshi. I could literally clear it every single time, and that's the main reason why I was able to 30 star the entirety of Tower of Adversity moving forward, because Jinshi was brain dead. I just did that and I won. Okay, and of course, having a character like Zeshi also helped with the buffing of the crits, not buffing of the crit, buffing of the skill damage, and just coordinated attack. That was very, very helpful. Now, I do think Jinshi's team is a little bit more expensive compared to a couple of the, actually no, it's not, it is technically expensive because you need 3 5-star characters, but to be honest, most people should have summoned for Shorekeeper. The only character I think many people didn't summon for was Zeshi, but since we got another character that wants to utilize Zeshi, I do think Zeshi's priority has now been increased, and a lot of people are currently summoning for Zeshi, and she facilitates 2 amazing teams. So again, Jinshi is really broken. I love her damage, but if you can't crit, it's really, really bad. So let's switch over and use her. Okay, we're gonna do this. So I'm going to show you how I use my Jinshi team. It's really brain dead, like in my opinion. To be honest, I've already made a video going over like the best teams in the game, and Jinshi's team was like the easiest one. Okay, so there we go. Oh wait, no, I didn't mean to do that. Kind of messed up there. I kind of messed up the rotation slightly a bit. Ignore that. Oh, whoa. There we go. I messed up, guys. I'm sorry. But it's pretty much like this. And then you just get that absurd nuke at the end if we crit. Okay, hopefully we crit. I don't even think we crit. I don't know what that damage was, but that did not look... It didn't show us the damage, I don't think. I'm going to assume we didn't crit, or we crit. I don't really know. Anyways, that's Jinshi. That's Jinshi. She's broken, absurdly strong, and I love using her again. But we recently got a new character that honestly makes it up to this video, because this character, in my opinion, is just so easy to use, and the damage is just as good as Camellia. Like over time, it's not like one massive nuke. It's consistently amazing nuking ability, and that character is actually going to be Carlotta, which I will go over and show you her in a bit. But I want to show you guys that I can actually use Jinshi's rotation a little bit better, as you can see. So pretty much like this, use this, and we use the ult, but that damage isn't good. But then you use this, pretty much. There you go. And we did crit. There we go. The damage wasn't crazy, but then again, that enemy was doo-doo. Whatever. There we go. Now let's go ahead and take a look at Carlotta. In my opinion, #1. Now, of course, people can say this is recency bias because she is a newer character, but I want to include her in here because her team is really like complete. I think her team is complete. There is one thing you have to do with Carlotta, which is like a setup to make sure she's able to do her damage. So let's find another opponent right now. We'll go over to this. Now, of course, I'm showcasing these characters against overworld bosses, not inside the Tower of Adversity. But of course, like if you take them into the Tower of Adversity, they'll perform just as well. Just that the enemy is a little bit more tanky. So taking a look at Carlotta, she is absolutely amazing for two reasons. Not sustained damage, but her damage over time, like as you're attacking with her, her damage is actually really good. It's similar to like Camellia, where her damage is always good. She has a couple of nuking ability. Pretty much that's the same with Camellia. Her damage is all like good. She has a couple of damages that does insane amount of DPS damage, and then she just over time just does crazy amount of damage overall. And her playstyle is not too difficult as well. Honestly, it's not difficult, pretty much. So what I want to do is do this. So this is if I remember how you use her. I kind of fumbled that. There we go. We use the ult. So I believe this is how you use her. So again, similar to how you do with Jinshi, it's pretty much how you do with her similarly. There we go. Why is that? There we go. So like this, pretty much like this, and then like oh damn, it died. Okay, I was still setting up. It's freaking impossible to showcase this character. I was setting up and they died. Pretty much that's why I love this team. It's like you're setting up and they're dying because she just does good amount of damage anyways. Like she doesn't have she does have like amazing nuking ability, but it's just something. Wait, actually, first of all, so let me show you what I mean. So we do this. Now we're just going to do the rotations properly. Okay, there we go. So let's start the rotations again properly. Oops. Yep, I knew it. I hate fighting this monkey. Hopefully this monkey does not freaking die, so that we can actually like showcase what I mean by Camelia's ability. Okay, there we go. We just set up. There we go. Okay, there we go. And then she does this. So look, it's just they just die. I'm sorry. This is why I like her. She's just doing crazy amount of damage consistently. Like Jinshi's damage is one nuking ability. Camelia's damage is again consistent DPS in as well. But for some reason, I just like the way like Carlotta does it. you know. And for overworld, I love running Carlotta over any of the other characters. I know I previously mentioned that it was Camellia, but after building Carlotta is my go-to for like overworld and just consistent damage, and I want to take her into the Tower of Adversity and just try her out even more there. But I freaking love her playstyle. I love her playstyle. There's literally, I can't really point out any negatives with her besides the fact that she doesn't do AoE damage. Oh yeah, that's it. No AoE damage with her. Amazing AoE with her, amazing AoE with her if you know, with the nuking ability. But this is just, besides the AoE issue, like everything else was perfect with her from what I can see. With Camellia, my issue is you have to dodge most of the time, which of course is this is Wuthering Waves. Dodging is important, but I feel like with her it's like you consistently have to dodge. Even though you can literally do a bunch of damage, you have to dodge. With Jinshi, sorry, you don't need to dodge, in my opinion. I always just tank it. I face tank all of the attacks, and I just, you know, use her skills. I don't worry about dying with Jinshi, or missing out your damage. There's no, like, she has I don't know if it's interruption resistance she has, but she never gets knocked down when I'm using her. I press her skill as much as possible to build up the stack, not the stack, to you know, move into the nuking ability. So it's very easy. So yeah, I love these 3 characters. All 3 of these characters are amazing DPSs, but in my opinion, the easier the character is to play, the higher I rate them. Carlotta is super easy to play. Super easy, just like Jinshi as well. So let me know down in the comment section if you agree or disagree, or how would you place these characters, because I do understand that you guys will have your own varying list as well. It's been your boy AC Gamer, and I'm out. Oh yeah, actually, first of all, people are gonna say, why didn't I include Gian and who else, and Zhang Liao? They just don't hit as hard and not as crazy, in my opinion. It's been your boy AC Gamer, and I'm out.